Hmm. All right. Whatever. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Yep. No. Stop it. Just go away. How do you make this go away? There you go. How's it going? Fine, I suppose. I think this should go a little higher. Maybe. Well, then you can't see the neat little curl on the bottom of my beard. But it's such a cute little curl. Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Moses, huh? Should have your woman braid the beard. I can braid the beard myself. I don't need my woman to do it. I could do it myself. She's good at it. I do have her do it sometimes, but not necessary. Perfectly capable of braiding my own beard, but I don't want to at the moment. So, fuck you. What's in the glass? The glass has water and some branch chain amino acid supplement, which the efficacy of that particular supplement is pretty contested. I think probably not super useful, honestly, but it actually tastes pretty good, so I figure it's not hurting, you know. So I take it anyway. It's strawberry kiwi flavored, has 0 calories. It's not as not empty calories like drinking a Coke Zero or something. So it's a little more exciting than water, and perhaps has some benefits, especially if I didn't get adequate protein today. But I'm pretty sure I did, although maybe not. I didn't eat much today. Wanted to go to the store, but never ended up doing it. So working with a very limited amount of food, preparing tonight's dinner and things. So you know how it is. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you had the wrench on a different channel? I've never taken the wrench away from anybody. What was for dinner tonight? Oh, tonight. I don't know. You're still thinking of it. You're probably thinking of this as morning. I'm still thinking of it as evening from the previous day. Dinner tonight. But dinner, yes. I have no idea what dinner tonight is. As in later on this date, calendar date. I have no idea. But as for what was for dinner yesterday, I made a soup. I improvised a soup. I basically just threw everything I had in my vegetable drawer in a pot and ate it, and it tasted pretty good. Added some cumin, some turmeric, some Italian seasoning, paprika, cayenne pepper, etc. It was good. It was reasonably good soup. With salt and pepper too, obviously. It was fine. I also added some coconut milk to it because I had a little coconut milk left from some shit I did with coconut milk. TJ, so how do my coworkers? We just closed the bar. They've never yours you before. I'm listening to you while we count our money. Well, let them know that I have an actual YouTube channel where I try to be entertaining, and this is where I go to be boring and just kind of like chat with people. So this is not my best foot forward content. Go to the Amazing Atheist channel. Watch me do some barn burning crazy speeches over there. This is more where I'm laid back and chill for the most part. and probably quite boring. They probably kind of wonder like, why is he watching this boring fuck? This guy is about as interesting as tapioca pudding. But it's because I'm actually super fascinating. This is just where I go to be boring. Because we all need an outlet for everything that we do. And I need an outlet for my boring side. And this is where I do it. Futanari, yeah, everyone loves a big fucking gigantic cock hanging off of a female body. I get kind of mad when people call it the best of both worlds, though, because all that says that the only fucking you best of both worlds is just a woman, but she has a cock. It's like, all right, I see what men are worth in this fucking society. You know, best of both worlds, all female, and then like one male thing. Got a dick, I guess, you know, whatever. Now that my eyebrows are gone, do you think you get more things in your eyes than normal? No, not at all. I feel like eyebrows are pretty much useless. Um, I have no fucking idea of what I mean. I know eyelashes are to keep things out of your eye, and I have perfectly fine, serviceable eyelashes, quite long actually. And so they keep things out of my eye, I suppose. I guess they probably do their job. I wouldn't know. I've never been without them, so there's no basis of comparison. But you know, I just you know, trying to like NoHo Hank from Barry. No, never really thought of it that way. I guess you're right, though. He does not have eyebrows. I was wondering, I've always wondered what I would look like without eyebrows. I've always been curious about shaving them, and then one day I did, and I think I like it. I honestly thought I would miss my eyebrows, and thus far I have to say I do not. In fact, I feel like my eyes are like more expressive now. And I feel like part of the reason I've been making such good content on my main channel for the first time in forever is actually because I shaved my eyebrows. I don't know. It was like a crossing of the Rubicon in a way. I don't know why. It seems like such a mild thing, but I don't know. For me, it was it changed my perspective of myself. It felt like a weird rite of passage somehow. But you know, that's probably more of my own mental state than anything. I'm trying to correct my posture. I have terrible posture. Sorry about that thing. I know it's kind of annoying. I have no bald. I'm not bald. Hairline is like, you know, pretty high up there, I guess, but not bald yet. Good morning. It's actually evening for me, but whatever. I mean, it is morning for me as well, according to the clock. I just, you know, as far as my sensibilities go, it's evening. Yeah, I bought one of the braces. I think I'm going to return it because I have no interest in it. I don't know. I used it for. I put it on, and I don't really feel like it accomplished what I wanted it to. So, no, not gonna do that. Just gonna focus on it. Thank you, Owen. I'm actually trying to work up the, I don't know, the tiredness to sleep. Hopefully that will happen. Is that Jesus with a gun in the background? Yeah. It is indeed. I don't believe this toy came with Jesus, but I don't believe the gun came with him, that is to say. But, you know, he's an American, so he deserves a gun. It's like a futuristic space gun, too, I think. So good for him. I think this gun actually came with a Star Trek figure, but I could be mistaken. Maybe some sci-fi nerd out there knows where this gun originates. I don't know. But yeah, I think Jesus with a gun is pretty evocative, pretty powerful symbol. Yeah, I think it's magically delicious for sure. When are you going to debate Bertrand Russell as soon as he returns from the dead, and wants to debate me? I guess I don't know that we disagreed on very much. Everything I've ever heard him say, I think I've agreed with, but I can't. I'm not claiming to be some studious whatever person that's absorbed all that Bertrand Russell had to say. Some kind of a Russell aficionado or anything. But I like what I've heard. So hey, I don't even know that we would have anything to debate. Maybe we would. Maybe we just debate whether or not Olive Garden is any good. It's not. I had last time I went to Olive Garden, it was almost like as a joke. But me and my wife went there. It was like the only place open in this little town we were in. And we're just like, fuck it, let's just do it. And we went to the Olive Garden, and they were almost like surprised to have customers. They're like, oh shit. And we ate their food, and it was horrible. And of course, we complained. We're just like, this is just unedible garbage. They kind of looked at us like, it's Olive Garden? What did you expect? But I guess later they sent us, Olive Garden sent us some coupons for like free Olive Garden. And we're just like, oh, all right. I mean, we hate it, so not really, I don't know. We've never used it, It's like a free meal waiting for us at Olive Garden. Probably expired by now, but we just have no interest in it. TJ plus Trey Parker, very promising collaboration. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why do people go to Olive Garden even though they know it sucks? I think there are certain people who either they have very underdeveloped taste buds, or they just don't give a fuck. They just, hey, it's food. And I guess that's the only explanation I could fucking possibly come up with. I don't know. They want something to shove down their fucking gullets. They have no sense of taste. I don't know. The breadsticks are pretty decent. They're just like little salt licks, basically. But hey, you want some carbs and salt. The Olive Garden breadsticks are a pretty decent source of both of those things. The salads actually are pretty fucking good. Your friend says Subway is better than Jersey Mike's. Your friend is pretty much, I don't know. I mean, like, they must have, there's like a whiteness going on there that's beyond what's forgivable, I think. I don't know. I would go to Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is okay. It's hard to screw up salad. It's really not, actually. I've actually had quite a few really bad salads. There was a place, it's closed now, thank God. There was a place not far from where I live now that served me a salad that was nothing more than a few scraggly pieces of iceberg lettuce doused in some dressing, and there was literally no adornments. There was no carrots. There was like, it's just like, this is not a salad, okay? Iceberg lettuce swimming in some nasty ass dressing is not a fucking salad. Or if it is, it's the it's the most pathetic fucking salad in existence. How the fuck are you going to call yourself a fucking restaurant and serve this to me? Okay? Like, give me a break, bro. Now that's fucking shit. But you know what? That, I think, just represents a complete lack of effort. Like, why even have salad on the menu at that point? Like, all dinners come with a salad. It's like, oh, nice, a salad. But it's not nice. It's iceberg lettuce and dressing. That's not a fucking salad. You're so fucking retarded. Please, God, get away from me. TJ plus Olive Garden breadsticks, the ultimate collaboration. They're all right. Like, I mean, they're not fucking some ultimate god tier fucking food. It's just like at Olive Garden, you eat what you can fucking find, and as far as the stuff on the menu goes, it at least has a flavor. I mean, its flavor is just like obscene saltiness, which I can get with. So yeah, I mean, they're better than most of the shit on the Olive Garden menu for sure, because they got a nice little sheen of grease on them, and they're very salty, and they're very bready. So who doesn't love bread? Who does? I mean, like bread, it's like pure white carby ass bread, a bunch of salt, and I think some butter on the outside of that motherfucker. So yeah, it's a tasty. I mean, it's tasty. It's good. But is it? I mean, is it right home about it? Like, would you fucking ever go out of your way for it? Probably not. Panera Bread has got to be one of the nastiest, most bland, flavorless fucking restaurants on the face of the earth. I've never had. I mean, like and like for a place that has bread right in their name, you would think they'd have good bread, but it's like horrible. It's always too hard. You try to bite it's almost like it fucking pulls back at you. You know, it's like, oh my god, no. The meat is like substandard garbage tier meat. The fucking entire like mechanism of the place and the people there. I don't know. I've never been like you go to a Panera Bread, you just fucking feel like you're being served by people who want to kill themselves. So it's just miserable. Their broccoli and cheddar soup is good if you don't know how to make your own broccoli and cheddar soup. If you actually know how to make your own broccoli and cheddar soup, you realize that their broccoli and cheddar soup is a pretty pale imitation of what you could do on your own. And if you fucking think that their shit's any fucking good, just go find even the most basic recipe for your own broccoli and cheddar soup and make it, and then realize that you're wrong, that you're laboring under a fucking false impression. Their broccoli and cheddar soup is not dope. It's passable. Favorite beer? I don't drink beer. On the rare occasion that I do drink beer, I like cheap American swill, like Budweiser or something like that. But for the most part, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I drink it socially. Like if I went to a meetup or something, I would drink. And if I did that, I would drink whiskey. I would drink cheap whiskey. I would drink Jack Daniels. I would drink Captain Morgan rum mixed with Coke. I have very simple tastes. I'm not really looking for. I wouldn't appreciate something more refined than that. Like there was a guy. You might know who it is. Zonstar. He I don't know if he makes videos actively anymore, but he occasionally will make a video, and you see him in the chats every now and again. But he once sent me a very expensive bottle of scotch, and it was wasted on me. I have to be honest with you. I took a sip. I didn't see what the fucking big deal was. I don't have a refined palate for alcohol, so it was basically I mixed it with Coke. You know what I mean? And it's like $300 bottle or $500 bottle or some crazy expensive bottle of scotch. And I was like, oh, don't fucking spend that kind of money on booze for me, because I'm not much of a drinker, and on the occasion that I do drink, I'm fine with cheap shit. But increasingly I have no urge for that. It doesn't really do much for me anymore. Just gives me a headache. I would kill for 30 minutes of TJ debating with Tim Dillon. You'll have to let me know who that is. About restaurant chains' favorite corporate steakhouse. Favorite corporate steakhouse? I would say Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I enjoy. If you're talking about a lower tier of corporate steakhouse, probably like Texas Roadhouse. is good. Outback, long, I don't care. They're all fine. It's for me. I don't have any sort of like extreme preference for, I mean, I could tell the difference between, an expensive steak and a shitty steak, but my palate only, it's only so refined, okay? It only goes so far. But I know, like, to me, the, the bottom of the barrel as far as like the steak I'll actually eat would be like a Waffle House steak. I know there's steaks that go below that, but I would not fuck with those. But the Waffle House steak is fine. It tastes reasonably good, especially you put some A1 sauce on it. It's okay. And then above that would be like the Longhorn, the Outback, the Texas Roadhouse, the kind of like whatever. That's like your middle of the road steak. I would say between those two, like between those two is like the Chili's, Applebee's kind of steak. So I guess that's kind of like a middle, like lower mid tier, and then middle mid tier would be like the stuff I just talked about, and then higher tier or like lower up like lower high tier would be like the Ruth's Chris, and then upper tier would be like the shit that's the like Wagyu beef from fucking Japan that's perfectly marbled, and they were fed Scotch malt whiskey every day and massaged and whatever the fuck bullshit, and the marbling is insane, and it costs fucking $200 an ounce or some crazy shit, Um, so that's pretty good. But as far as that stuff goes, like I'll enjoy any of those steaks. The shittier the steak gets, the more likely I am to put A1 sauce on it. But even that Ruth's Chris steak, I'll probably there might be times when I might want to put some A1 even on that kind of thing, or at least some kind of steak sauce. Below Waffle House steak barked before it became steak. Oh my god. Have you ever ate a Peter Luger at Peter Luger's Steakhouse? No, I've never even heard of it, but I would be open to. I mean, like I like steak. I'm fond of it. I don't eat a whole lot of steak. One thing I noticed about red meat is that it makes me pretty sleepy. I think part of the reason that I've been having trouble sleeping lately is because I've greatly reduced the amount of red meat in my diet, and I'm thinking about maybe like reintroducing some just for that reason because it's not super caloric. There's really no, I mean, like, I don't know what there's like, I can't figure out the reason that I'm not supposed to eat it. I heard that I wasn't supposed to, and I was just like, okay, I won't. And now, like, the more I've dug into it, the more I'm like, it seems fine. I'm gonna probably reintroduce that. You know, so I'm gonna probably put more red meat back in my diet just so I can fucking sleep again because it at least makes me a little somnolent. So I'm happy to do that. Have you tried supplementing with B12 vitamins? No, I have not. I take some supplements. So I have here's the stuff I take. Okay, in the morning I take a multivitamin, which is like in a gummy form because I'm a child. I also have a calcium thing that is in gummy form as well, and oh my god, it's like fucking so good. I mean, I know I sound like a fucking such a boomer fucking talking about how good my calcium gummies are, but they are fucking really good. Okay, try them before you fucking make fun. Those shits are fucking delicious. And so I have those. I have the multivitamin, daily multivitamin. I have the fucking calcium gummy. I have the D3. I have the fish oil. I have I think that's actually it as far as those supplements go. Then I have this fucking branched chain amino acid shit. I have some whey proteins, which pretty much make the branched chain amino acids kind of useless because because it's already in the proteins. So just whatever. But this tastes better than any of the fucking proteins though. So I guess whatever. Oh, I also take a fiber supplement. So that's the thing I guess as well. Didn't take it today, but normally I do. So yeah, you most days a fiber supplement. Almost, I mean, like pretty consistently every day until today. I think I'm actually out, which is the only reason I didn't. So yeah, that's another thing. But I try to just eat well and not need supplements, BCAA or dump. Yeah, I know. I did the research and I pretty much know. But whatever. There actually is research that shows that they do have benefits for people who don't consume enough protein. But those people would be better served just doing whey protein because it has the same stuff. But if for some reason you don't want whey protein and you don't consume enough protein, then BCAAs can help. But that seems like why I don't know. That's a very strange person. However, it is pretty tasty, and I guess it's probably better to drink something that has nutritional value in the form of this than it is to drink a 0-calorie soft drink like a Coke Zero because it has nothing of nutritional value in it. So whatever. Health Nut TJ is not an arc I saw coming. I don't really see how anything I'm doing makes me a nut, but okay, sure. Ever watch Invader Zim, TJ? Yes, I've seen the entirety of that series. Tryptophan can be way tasty with no artificial sweeteners. This does have artificial sweeteners in it, for sure. So, yeah, I have no problem with artificial sweeteners. I've done the research into artificial sweeteners as well. Any sort of like negative side effects from artificial sweeteners, like the two things they do that are bad. One, they make you want food that's bad for you, and they make you want have like a stronger craving for real sugar. But I literally am going to have insanely strong cravings for junk food no matter what, so it doesn't really matter. And the second thing they do is they can cause cancer if you literally ate the equivalent of a fucking barrel of it every day, which is basically what they fed lab rats to get them to have cancer symptoms. So other than that, they're pretty much completely safe, and you know, whatever. Artificial sweeteners still spike the blood sugar in the blood. I've never heard that claim. I will look into that. But anyway, spiking your blood sugar is not even necessarily a negative thing. So I don't know. I've never heard that claim. I'll have to look into it. Thanks for streaming while I'm awake. Have you ever had Korean barbecue and or hot pot? It's great. I have had Korean barbecue, and I believe I have had hot pot a couple of times. They make you hungrier, dude. I literally have a bottomless pit of an appetite. Okay, I could literally just like eat nonstop all day, every day. It's why I'm so fat. The amount of self discipline that I'm having to exercise to eat in moderation is fucking gigantic. Like, I have an endless appetite. I always have. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I am a consumption machine, and literally like the soda or whatever is not driving it. Okay, it is a natural part of my being, and there's no stopping it. So it just has to be denied. It's the only fucking way. So it doesn't really matter. But you know, I'm doing it. Favorite rub for hot wings? I make my own rub. It's not like a rub, I guess, but I have my own seasoning. I do. It basically consists of I basically just season with my favorite seasonings. Onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, a lot of cayenne pepper, some salt and pepper, and what else do I put on there? I put Tony Chachere's, but I don't put it on the chicken. I put it in the flour. So there's some of that in there. And there's probably a few others that I do that I'm just not remembering right now. I always try to put some herbs in there too. So probably I just do Italian because I always like to do that. I put Italian herbs in pretty much anything. Even like Asian dishes, I'll be like, need some Italian herbs. I don't know. If you go low carb, fasting is a great way to get healthy. I have no interest in it. Fasting, that is. I'm not interested in low carb either. People go crazy with the low carb thing. It's just like there's nothing wrong with carbs. Okay, they're not essential for your body, but they're not destroying it or anything. People are like, oh, carbs, they're the devil. They're not. We just eat too many calories. That's it. We consume too many calories every day. It's not the carbs' fault. It's not like people in the 80s blamed fats. It's not fat's fault. It's not carbs' fault. It's none of those things. It's that we are fucking gluttons, okay? It's that we consume too much. We eat endlessly, all right? Like carrots are carb heavy, you know? There's nothing wrong with carbs. They're fine. They're absolutely fine. Have you tried anaerobic exercise yet? No, I don't even know what that is yet. I'm still learning a lot of this shit. I'm trying to cram a bunch of health information into my brain, and it's very difficult. But I finally figured out what isometric exercise is yesterday, so there you go. Is the book still in the works? Yeah, it's kind of like I haven't written on it for a minute, but I do have plans to resume work on it pretty soon. Yeah, squats. Yeah, squats are not considered isometric, are they? Because isometric is supposed to be without movement, so I don't believe so. Unless I'm misunderstood yet again, in which case I need to look again. Hold it. You hold it. Macronutrients. I don't know. Do you have some kind of awakening, TJ? No. Not really. I simply, I mean, if you wanna know about some of my change in perspective, there's a video I put on my channel called "How to Stop Worrying and Rule the Earth," or "Rule the World," or something along those lines, and it explains a bit about the shift in perspective that has occurred within me. So you can read about that there. Any plans for the weekend? I have, to me, weekends really are not distinctively different than any other day, so I have no particular plans for them. Uh-oh. Yeah, I recently read, for the first time in its entirety, Jesus Christ's Sermon on the Mount. Pretty good speech. Didn't agree with all of it. Maybe agreed with like 40%, 50%. I had to do a deeper dive. There were a few things where I was like, what is he saying here? Might need to read I read the King James version, so I might want to read the like New English or whatever the fuck. Do you believe there is an inherent disconnect between intellectual honesty and emotional catharsis? Oh, okay. Well, there's a real question. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Do you believe there's an inherent disconnect between intellectual honesty and emotional catharsis? No, I feel like intellectual honesty can be emotionally cathartic. I feel like it takes a profound amount of bravery to be intellectually honest, especially when there's an inordinate amount of pressure on people to lie, to fit in, to say what everyone else is saying for the sake of not causing a disturbance, as the conformity enforcers feel the need to suppress any sort of different thought. So I think that being able to speak the truth as you see it, which that would be my definition of intellectual honesty, is speaking the truth as you genuinely see it. I think that there's a tremendous catharsis in that if you can find the courage to do it. What's your opinion on the Depp and Heard situation? I think it's a mockery. I think that ultimately Johnny Depp comes out looking better than Amber Heard does by a country mile, but I don't really feel like either of them come out looking all that great. I don't really understand the hero worship of Depp. I understand the powerful condemnation of Heard, but ultimately it does seem like the entirety of the relationship had an element of toxicity to it. And probably those two people should not have been together. I don't know that anyone should be with Amber Heard, honestly, though. Seems like she's a lunatic. But I don't know why it's any of my business. I don't know why it's a public spectacle. I guess I'm kind of fascinated by it, like anybody would be. Do you think it mostly because he's hot and was also in Pirates of the Caribbean? I mean, well, yeah, obviously. If they weren't celebrities, no one would give a shit. Why'd you shave your eyebrows? To gain magical powers. Satan demanded that I give him my eyebrows in exchange for the gift of eternal life and eternal power. And so it seemed like a small price to pay, and so I ripped them right off my head and I just put them in a little basket and I handed it over to the Dark Prince, and we signed some paperwork, and here we are. Breakfast burrito, breakfast sandwich, or breakfast bowl? Can I just have like breakfast? Can I just have some fried eggs and some toast or something? I don't need a bowl or a burrito or whatever. The pursuit of power is exactly what makes it fleeting. Interesting riddle. Doesn't really seem to be true. I don't know. I have to really examine that one. I probably won't. It'll probably leave my mind before I even lay my head on the pillow tonight, but maybe it'll stick with me. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, right? Mick Karn shaved his eyebrows, and when he stopped, he got cancer and died. So there might be some truth to that. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Those who seek power are the ones who shouldn't have it. Yeah, that might be true. Nonetheless, I seek it. Sorry, TJ, late stream. I'm a little stoned, not trying to figure out with garbage. I have no idea what you're saying. Hair is the antenna of the spirit, according to some religions. I've never heard that. It seems like a ridiculous claim, but who knows? Maybe. Maybe so. Who can say? Who can really say? What can be said? What can be done? Mosh pit at the next DFF meetup? I don't think we need a mosh pit. Maybe we do. I don't know. Interesting notion, though. What happened? Random question, TJ. You ever have any favorite old-timey movies? Yeah, I guess I probably do. I don't know. I feel like My favorite movie is kind of old timey, or at least I don't know if it's my favorite movie anymore. But Seven Samurai was once my favorite movie. I don't know. I might have evolved in a different direction since then, but I have to revisit it to really know. I feel like these got uneven somewhere along this line, but whatever. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't lose control here. So now I don't know which is which, or who is who. No. Don't be a bad little fucking strand of hair. Cooperate. Obey your daddy. Obey your master. Master. Master of puppets, you're pulling the strings. La da 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 dee. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, fuck. Come on now. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. You know you want to stay together. Stay together for the kids. You gotta do it. Alright, that's probably good enough anyway. Yeah, whatever. Pretty much good. Okay, I woke up and found poo in my toilet. I couldn't stop laughing. Who is it? What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. Goddamn weirdo. Look up to that weird shit. I love the direction your recent content has been going in, man. Been a subscriber since 2016. Couldn't be prouder. Let it crawl out of the pit. Yeah, I know. It's a strange time. Strange days have found us. Strange days have tracked us down. TJ, can I have a Scooby snack? No. Not unless you face the ghost. He thrusts his fists against the posts and still insists he sees the ghosts. Like you posting your AA channel again? Yeah, I've been trying to be more consistent on that front. You know, it's weird because I thought for such a long time, like, oh man, I kept thinking, like, I gotta do more on this channel, 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 I gotta do more on this channel. And I thought that for so long. And it's just like, I just kept thinking it and thinking it and thinking it and not doing it. And then finally the Roe v. Wade thing happened, and I was just like, all right, I had the inspiration. The right confluence of factors occurred to fucking snap me out of my fucking malaise. Thank God. Pray or you bad. True. You know, I don't know if you're trying to be like mocking of that position or whatever, but it's accurate. Da-da-da, da-da-da, ba-da, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, good stuff. Would I want my daughter to have an abortion? I don't have a daughter, so... but that would be her decision and her business if I did. But I don't, so I don't know. I like and comment on your videos, try to help the algorithm, also a patron. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Been watching since you were 5 and skinned your knee for the first time. Keep it up. God has remembered. Okay. Very strange. Thank you. Don't squint your eyes, big man. I kind of have to because I feel like the text there is kind of like hard to read, but I don't know. They make it so small. Rapes represent less than 2% of abortions. So what? I don't care if they represent 0% of abortions. I mean, it's really not the linchpin on which some grand argument rests. It's just funny to me that like most pro-lifers don't even want to make exceptions for that. It just shows how extreme they really are. This is money. Thank you. I meant your theoretical daughter, but what are your thoughts on it? If my theoretical daughter wants an abortion, then that's her right to do so. She can have a theoretical abortion of her theoretical fetus. It's fine by me. I don't even really see how it's my business. What if you son wanted an abortion? Then I guess he can have one. I don't know. Who gives a shit? What if your dog wanted an abortion? My dog is male, and I don't really feel like he's capable of getting pregnant. But I guess if he did and wanted an abortion, I would pay for it. I don't know. I don't know how you would even convey that to me, but whatever. Hawaii vacation sounds good to me. What if your hypothetical abortion had a daughter? Oh fuck. Things are getting deep now. The true friends are the abortions we had along the way. You know? Should we grow animal human hybrids? What is the real moral drawback besides playing God truly to have bipedal creatures with the strength and hybridization of their hybridized species would only benefit the masses? Yeah, and plus, I mean, like, who are we to deny the furries and the other kin this dream that they've like so long aspired towards, right? Yeah, I'm not like I'm never against playing God. I think we should definitely do that. And I mean, like, anytime humanity can play God, I'm all for it. I mean, why play God? I think we should just become God. There is no God, so to me, that says help wanted. Position has not yet been filled. Let's do it. Anything that we have the capability to do, we should do it. Money. Thank you. I like money. Money is cool. 508, huh? I was supposed to get up early today. Oh well. Braid your mustache. I don't think that's actually possible. Maybe it is, honestly. I don't know. Now that I think I'd have to have help for. I don't think I could do that. I have a bit of a cramp in my between my shoulder blades. I think I pulled something. um, has your opinion changed on Dexter New Blood now that some time has passed? No, I'm still very upset that my time was wasted with that. I have not softened my opinion. I think that it was a terrible way to end the show. I don't understand why you would bring back the show just to give us that garbage ending, especially when you did so well up to that point. Because really, the whole season was pretty fucking good. I mean, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't a masterpiece or anything, but it was fucking really good. And then to turn that shit, give us that is hideous. Really, really disappointing. Hardest drug you've tried? Your mother's dick is delicious. Really powerful. I'm watching Dexter for the first time. Can't wait to be for both disappointing finales. Yeah, have fun. You know what? If you think it's just gonna be like the entire final season or the entire, I guess now there's a new final season. Although I guess Dexter New Blood is considered a different show or a miniseries or whatever. But the 8th season of Dexter, the entire 8th season is just really bad. Like I don't know, I don't even know how it's the same fucking show. Like it's just hideous. There's like no action. It's almost entirely dialogue. Like the plot is conveyed like it's like they forgot show don't tell. They do like the show don't tell method, or sorry, the tell don't show method. Has one of the worst villains in TV history, and definitely the worst Dexter villain. Where'd your eyebrows go? They just went to go pick up some salami. The butcher down the corner. They'll be back. Oof. That's fucked up. I don't know what the fuck I did to that. Favorite so bad it's good film? Probably The Room. I know that's not a very exciting answer, but it's just I don't know. I really enjoy watching that movie. It's fun for me. The Moonlight as your mom's mustache. Okay. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I don't know. I feel like my affinity for it, even the second to last season, like I could accept. I know it wasn't the height of the show, but I was like, okay, fair enough. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's like it's still doing something right. It's still entertaining. That final season was just like, oh my god, wow, like phone it in a little fucking harder, you guys. Hideous. Hideous, hideous, hideous. I have no intention of watching House of the Dragon. Why do you just like the last season? It's full of so many unearned moments. Everything just feels like it's rushed. It feels like the storyline that they chose to go with really needed to be told over like 2 or 3 seasons, not just crammed into 6 episodes and unceremoniously just like shoved down our throats so the guys, who were the showrunners could go do a Star Wars movie. And then they lost the Star Wars movie because people hated their Game of Thrones season so much. Elden Ring. I have no. I'm not really very interested in video games at this point, so I have not played that. Well, I actually did play it for a second just to kind of check it out, but I had no intention of doing a playthrough or anything. I just I checked it out. I went and created a character because I like character creation, and I went and played 20 minutes or something. It wasn't as hard as well, at least the first 20 minutes I played were not as hard as people were talking about. Like I managed to kill some enemies and stuff and sneak up on some dudes and cut them up. Didn't seem like it was that difficult. I know that it probably gets way harder than what I did, but it was fine. I mean, it seemed like an okay little distraction, but I didn't have time for it. I have better things to do, like this, of course. This is basically the biggest waste of time that I do. It's just like this shit. But whatever. I think even this has some kind of value, maybe. At least sometimes. What is this? Something stuck in my teeth. Looks like some kind of plant matter. Broccoli, maybe? Gross. It's definitely not chicken. It was definitely some kind of plant. You ever watch Better Call Saul? No. Who's your favorite pet? I feel like I have to grandfather Sal in, but I probably have the most natural affinity for Corn Pop, even though he sucks. Weed. Yeah, I have. I smoked weed tonight, but prior to that, I don't think I'd smoked weed in about 5 or 6 days, which for me is quite some time. I don't know. I have not been smoking as much lately. I've gone from smoking daily to smoking maybe once or twice a week. I have not made any effort to do this. I just don't have the same interest in it that I used to. But it's fine. Thoughts on Vor? I think Vor is pretty hot to me. I don't know. I remember I saw my first Vor porn when I was maybe 13 or 14. On some site called the Big Gulp, and I immediately enjoyed it. So I don't know, it resonated with me pretty much instantaneously. So I have a fascination with that. I'm willing to admit that I have a fetish for that. Do you care that you inadvertently help people? Do I care? Yes. But maybe not in the way that you want me to. Maybe you want me to have a profound emotional reaction to it, but what I have, I think, is more of a sense of satisfaction. That's probably more cold and barren than you'd want it to be. But it still is a thing, so that's something. Vor equals eating someone. Well, vor is any situation wherein one character consumes another. It's not necessarily eating a person. You helped me, TJ. See, just go fucking type vor in on a fucking search page and go look at it. You know, you don't need to fucking try to piece it together. Um, we are giving more billions to Ukraine. It's really starting to feel like we are at war with Russia at this point. I mean, you know, definitely the Cold War has definitely restarted at this point. Like, it's hard to deny that. Yeah. 80s 2.0, maybe. No, I'm good. Divorce sounds creepy. I can't even watch scary movies. Yeah, it might be a little much for you then. Dun 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 dun. No, I've never actually personally been involved in an abortion before. I have no moral objection to it. You know, if Chelsea got pregnant, we would have an abortion. Um, so yeah, there's no compunctions about it. It is like the what the fuck is this? Get out of here. Um, you know, do you consider Plan B to be a type of abortion? I guess so. I don't know. I don't really care about such distinctions. You don't want kids? No, I have no interest in raising kids. I'm not really into it. I don't have any urge to be a father. Um, I prefer to be self-absorbed. If I am going to, you know, take that sort of fatherly role in someone's life, it's going to be an individual that I can judge as an adult. Um, you know, not someone that I have to be responsible for from such a young age. I don't want to. I don't want to, you know, shepherd someone from that into adulthood. I have no urge. You know, let someone else go through that bullshit. The ones that are worth a shit, I'll collect them along the way. Yeah, you guys are my children. At least, you know, I don't know, some of you are. Some of you are just pieces of shit that I have no interest in. But others of you are my children. Even those of you who are older than me. Plan B isn't an abortion, like, at all. I don't, like, who cares? Who cares one way or the other? It doesn't matter. TJ, take me to a baseball game? No. See, that's exactly the sort of thing I want to avoid. How's your stonks doing? I mean, they're doing as well as can be expected in this terrible stock market. Um, yeah, not great. Wouldn't you want to carry on your bloodline, TJ? You could end up getting a surrogate. If I have a surrogate, it doesn't really carry on my bloodline, does it? I don't know. I have no interest. I mean, like, my bloodline can go fuck itself. I have no interest in it. I don't believe in bloodlines. I think it's almost like it seems primitive to care about such things. I have no interest. Nice beard. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't give a shit about my bloodline. My bloodline can go fuck itself. I shit in my bloodline. No interest. Uh huh. The line of the chosen one ends with TJ. Why would the idea of just because I'm great, my kids would be great is ridiculous. My father sucked. His father was even worse. Plenty of great people have shitty kids. Plenty of shitty people have great kids. The bloodlines are overrated. Scotty is a stepdad. Do people care about bloodline? They're going to be here. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think it's like this delusion of immortality that people have. Right. I mean, like, look at fucking Marcus Aurelius, right? He was one of the most wise and, brilliant fucking kings or whatever, that's, emperors that ever lived. And, his son was a nightmare. So, it's this idea of like, oh wow, like this bloodline, it's so important that the bloodline continue. It's like, it's more important that the philosophy that makes you worth a shit continues. I'd rather have ideological offspring than biological offspring. Cannibals, bro. Yeah, good stuff. Dun 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 dun. Bump bump. Well, it is 5:26 a.m. I should probably try to sleep somewhat. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you guys, especially those of you who so kindly donated, even to this very low energy stream. But I enjoyed it, and hopefully it's helped wind me down a little bit for bed. We'll see. I did. Before I go, I'll tell you this. I have this Fitbit now, and I looked at. I guess it knows when you're asleep. I never realized that they could figure that out. But I looked at my sleep from the previous rest that I had, and it was nightmarishly bad. Awake, asleep, and I didn't actually fall asleep until like 2.5 hours after I laid down, and it didn't. I woke up. I mean, I think it said collectively I got about 4 hours of sleep, even though I laid there for probably like 8, 9 hours. So really horrible. Mine wants me to keep myself on. I do not have apnea. I have insomnia, and I have a very overactive brain, and it makes it difficult for me to sleep. I have a very difficult time resting. It's one of the reasons I have a constant tension headache. It's one of the reasons that I have a lot of tension in my shoulders. It's one of the reasons I carry a lot of tension just in my body in general. Is that I don't know, I'm very stressed. I'm always very stressed because I'm always thinking. I find it very difficult to shut down my thoughts. I find it very difficult to back away from my thought process. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start imbibing red meat again, because I find that helps. So I'm going to start introducing some more steak and stuff into my diet. Hopefully that'll. I notice that I get drowsy after I eat steak, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to hopefully that'll help me with my sleep, at least on the nights that I do it. I have sleeping pills. They don't seem to do anything for me other than make me drowsy for the entirety of the next day. They don't help me sleep, but they make it very difficult to wake, and then I'm drowsy for all of the next day. So those are useless. Turkey, I've heard that can do something. maybe before I go to bed, I'll run into the kitchen and just grab myself a handful of fucking turkey and just eat it because I do have that. Um, Melatonin, same deal. Doesn't help me sleep, but keeps me awake. I'm sorry, it keeps me drowsy for the entirety of the next day. So not very useful. I don't know what it is. I have a very strange sort of. I think that maybe I just have a very slow metabolism. And so it's very hard to time when a drug will actually hit my system. Um, anyway, uh, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you fairly well.